So in purpose, we have a couple of steps. The first thing about purpose is, imagine for a moment you're driving a car, but you have nowhere to go, but you have to drive. How would you feel? You would feel terrible. Imagine you're on a ship. You can't land anywhere. You can't dock anywhere. You're on a plane. You can't land anywhere, but you have to go. And let's say even if you have food and everything's taken care of, that's life without purpose, without feeling that you have a direction. Now change that around. Imagine you're taking a journey, but you know where you're going. In fact, they have psychologists, they study the psychology of vacations. And the best part of vacation usually for people is the anticipation. They're looking forward to going somewhere. So you see, having purpose, just knowing that you have a purpose is already going to make you happy. And that's why the most important thing in life is to know that you have an extraordinarily important reason for being alive. Again, because if you're just wandering through life, you're like that car, that ship, or that plane, and you're feeling like this is just, you start to feel, it's called existential angst, which quite simply means you start to get anxiety over doing nothing. But if you know you're heading somewhere good, you already feel good even before you did the good. How much more so once you do the good? So the first thing we have to figure out is, why did God make this world? What is the purpose of this world? And once you understand the purpose and you understand how you are part of that purpose and you make that purpose, then suddenly your life will be wonderful. And the most famous Jewish prayer, where millions of Jews, before they were, God forbid, or unfortunately murdered for as many times in the olden days, both Christianity and Islam, sometimes they would try to force Jews, they would say convert or die. And many Jews, very heroically, they said, no, we're not going to give up our religion just because you don't like it. And they chose death. And the last sentence they said, millions of Jews, was Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Listen, Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. I don't want to take too much time, but the bottom line of the message is, there's only one God. So why did he make many? There's so many people, so many plants, so many animals, so many different types of minerals. Why the many? What was wrong with just being himself? The answer is, even if you're the best accomplished person in the world, if you don't have love, you have nothing. Imagine if you were the only person alive. What a terrible place the world would be. So you see, people make people happy. And that means that you have the potential to make other people happy. Now, most of the times what's happening in life is we're waiting for someone else to make us happy. Oh, I'm such a sweet person. Why doesn't somebody make me happy? But everybody else has the same feeling. So everybody's waiting for somebody else to make them happy. So the goal is that you should be the one to reach out to others. And it's actually very simple, because we reach out to whom we love. If you love someone, then you reach out to them. A mother reaches out to her child. She loves her child. The father reaches out to her son. Excuse me. So in other words, when there is love in your heart, you don't need to wait for somebody. You take the first step. Now, hearts are actually mirrors. Whatever I show to you is what you feel, and you mirror back to me. So if you can put love in your heart for all people, then you will show them love and they'll automatically love you back. And I've seen this in my life. Times in my life when I've been down, the world seems like a very dark place. Times in my life that I'm happy, the world seems like a happy place. Right now I would say I'm balanced, I'm nice, but I'm not overly happy. The world seems like quite a balanced place, because actually what's happening is everybody's reflecting what I am showing them. You may not know this, but the whole world, or at least your world, is just your reflection. People are reflecting you. Even a little baby that smiles, people start to smile back. That's a baby. It can give them nothing but love. And that's all that people want. So there are two things that you need to do to start the chain reaction of love and happiness and unity. The first thing you need to do is you have to realize that if you are alone, you are nothing. Imagine you're alone and there's no one else in the world. You're nothing alone. You need other people. And other people complete you. You have to look at yourself as if I am just half a person and every other person is my other half. Imagine you're a magnet and every other person gets stuck to you. You're the positive, they're the negative, and together you become one. And once you have this idea, instead of going through a room and thinking, oh, well, what's that person going to give me? Sometimes it's even subconsciously. That's why sometimes people, they're attracted to wealthy people. They think that maybe the guy's going to give them money. The bottom line is, here, you're attracted to everybody because everybody's your other half. You're a magnet looking for friendship. And just that attraction will make you automatically be warm. And when you're warm, you warm up the other person's heart and friendships just begin. Sometimes, there are people that, they call them gregarious. They're very jovial. They're very happy. And automatically, they have lots of friends because everybody wants that. The other thing that you need to do is, this is a meditation from Jewish mysticism. It goes like this. Everything in this world, besides the source, God, has a body. Body is, this is my body. You have a body. And every single body must have energy. Without energy, it can't live. The energy is the soul. And so, where does that soul come from? Because energy must come from energy. Can you think of energy that just exists without energy? It's impossible. Energy has to come from somewhere. So the first existence that first created the body and then put the energy into it, like it says in the Bible, God created the body of man, and even the body of animals will put the energy into it. That is God. So our souls are really God. You are really God in a body. Now, you don't think that you're God in a body because when you became conscious, you didn't see your soul. You still don't see your soul. You see your body, so you think you're the physical being. If I said point to you, you'd go like this because you're pointing to your body. But you're not your body, because if, God forbid, your soul goes, if somebody passes away, the body is nothing to you. It means it has no connection anymore. The body is only like a suit that you wear as long as your soul is on earth. Your soul is the life force that's in you. And all the life force that exists, whether it's in a person or in a plant or in an animal, it's all God. It's one life force. We're all connected to everything. So God made the body, and ironically, even the body has a life force. It's a big subject, I don't want to go into it, but it has a soul as well, and it's conscious. All life force is God. But there's one God. That means that we're all one. Me and you and even the camera and the dog and the tree, we're all one. We're just different shapes of the same oneness. And just knowing that extends my inner self-love automatically to you. So good luck on fulfilling the purpose of your life, which is what we all want anyway, which is creating as many friends as possible. Now, here's a practical way to do this, because unless you have a schedule of when you're going to do things, it just becomes a nice idea and it falls away. Every morning, write down one extra nice thing you would like to do to people. You see, some of us think that we are limited. There was a great rabbi, or there is a great rabbi, it's amazing amount of projects and works that he's done. He translated the whole Talmud, Rabbi Evan Yisrael. And he once wrote to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who was the chief rabbi, the mentor of the Jewish people. He said, I have 4 projects, and his projects were really big projects. Somebody's given me a 5th project, or suggested it, and I think I should do it. So which of the 4 should I stop? So the Rebbe wrote back to him. He said, you should do the 4, you should take the 5th, and you should look for a 6th. You see, we think that we do things. And because we think we do it, we know we're limited. And so time is limited, and effort is limited, and money is limited, and energy is limited. But we don't do things. We are just God's tool. God uses us to do things. So if we show God, I would like to do something, you can do millions of things. And the best example was the rabbi who told this other rabbi about this. In his lifetime, just from what I know, he wrote, or from his works, there are hundreds of books, amazing books. There are thousands of institutions. He changed countries for democracy, made the world a better place. He corresponded with perhaps tens of thousands of people. He prayed daily for tens of thousands of people. He used to get more mail than the President of the United States, and he would open it personally. How did one man do this? Because he didn't think he was doing it. He saw himself as, I am just a messenger, an agent, and I have to do my part, and God will do his part. And he accomplished amazing things, and you could too. And this is a simple way to do it. Every morning, write down one new way that you would like to be nice to people. And you're going to begin this, and every day you're going to begin this new way of being nice, and I guarantee you, your life will be one of the most valuable, cherished lives that any human being can have. Thank you so much, and we're counting on you to make the world a great place.